Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. It was very difficult to get that thumbnail. It took about 20 images to get something that was kind of decent. Didn't know what to do for this one. And then also to get Vincent looking decent, because she was turned around and doing weird stuff the whole time, mostly. Okay, I'm going to talk about capsule wardrobes today, but first, if you are new here, my channel is all about luxury on a budget. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, this might just be the right place for you. Click that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Make sure to like all of my videos and also hit that bell notification icon to be notified when I post a new video. Today we're talking about capsule wardrobes, and I'm going to need my glasses because I have 2 pages of notes. I'm going to try to get through this kind of quickly. This is the 4th video that I have filmed in a row tonight. Vincent is being very good, and I'm tired. I want to get through this. But I won't skimp. You'll get your money's worth here. I have never been one who's been into fashion. I've never been one to be all about going and buying clothes, and I've never had like a curated wardrobe. Never cared much about clothes, buying clothes, just never cared. I just bought things I liked that were affordable enough that fit okay. I started paying more attention to what I wore and how I put outfits together because of a strange thing that's going to sound stupid to a lot of you, but a lot of you will also understand. And it was when I started buying Louis Vuitton bags, luxury items like that. And it was because I didn't want to carry a Louis Vuitton bag and look like a slob or wear something that clashed with my handbag. So it was all about the bag and like dressing up for the handbag. Not that I dress up and look like fancy or very business professional or anything. I'm a teacher. I dress very casually. That's what I want. I want to be comfortable and casual. But I also want to, like, I don't wear t-shirts and things printed on my t-shirts. That's just never been me, really. So I started paying a little more attention to it then. And there was a point when I saw somebody when I was first starting my YouTube channel, and they were talking about the style of your channel and the style of like how you kind of brand it, the color scheme, and also how you dress in your videos. And that got me thinking about that, and so I did a video about my style, and I had been watching a lot of YouTubers and seeing things that I liked that they were wearing, and I also get some fashion ideas from watching TV and movies because they have stylists who dress those people, the actors of course. So I've gotten ideas from there too. But one of the things when I was researching and getting into this style thing was that I came across these videos on YouTube about capsule wardrobes. I'd never heard of that. I'll link a website below where you can look at the history of that and like who invented the idea and how it's evolved. I'm not going to go through all that. You can just check that out on your own if you're interested. But I have not consciously, intentionally done a capsule wardrobe, but I do have a small wardrobe that works together, which is the basic gist of a capsule wardrobe. And here's a little bit more information about it. So the idea is that you have a small number of pieces of clothing in your wardrobe, let's say 30 pieces total. And some people include shoes and handbags and accessories in that, and some don't. I don't. In my wardrobe, I would include like pants and tops. That's what I wear. I do like dresses and I enjoy wearing dresses, I just don't wear them. They aren't practical for what I do most days. That would also not include special occasion outfits, like something fancy if you're going to a wedding or something like that. Another idea with capsule wardrobes is that you need to have pieces you can mix and match. So any of your bottoms should go with any of your tops and vice versa. Your accessories should work together, your jackets and all that, and your shoes and everything should work together. One of the keys to that is having a palette that works together, colors that work together, a palette of neutrals. And then you can add 1 or 2 accent colors to that. You can also have wardrobes for different seasons. So it's not like you're wearing the same clothes the entire year. You can have like a spring wardrobe, a winter wardrobe. For me, I live in Houston. We mostly have one season, so I would not have wardrobes for different season. I would just have layers. Another idea behind the capsule wardrobe is to pay attention to quality. That is something I have not gotten into. A lot of the wardrobe people or capsule wardrobe people who make these videos, they will tell you to not buy fast fashion. So in other words, you're not going to places like Zara, Forever 21. You're not going and buying the latest, cheapest thing and the next week buying the next latest cheapest thing. You're buying classic pieces that work over time that you can keep in your collection for years, and they talk about quality, spending more than you might be comfortable with on these classic pieces, taking care of them so they will last for many years. Personally, I've always bought inexpensive clothes. I tend to shop now at places like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, where they do have some higher end stuff, but mostly it's cheaper. The prices are certainly cheaper. Every once in a while I have a quality issue with something, but most of my life, the clothes I buy, I already wear for years and they do just fine for the most part. So at the moment, I'm not worried about spending $150 on a t-shirt. I'm fine with spending $6 on a t-shirt. The highest end that I spend right now, a great place for basics, is Talbot's. I have a Talbot's outlet near me, so I'll go there and get basic pieces. And this jacket is from Talbot's. This shirt that I'm wearing is from Target, and it was probably $10 or less. I got it over Black Friday this past Christmas. I don't think personally that you have to go way high end, but that's one of the things that's recommended. One of the problems for me, and I'm mentioning this because a lot of you are going to have the same problem, is that my weight all my life has fluctuated. My weight will fluctuate 20 or 30 pounds in a single year, and this happens all the time. So another reason that I don't want to spend a ton of money on any piece in my wardrobe, unless it's maybe a coat, something that needs to be well made, and those have to be expensive, or a nice pair of boots, those are just going to be expensive, is that I need more than one wardrobe, because right now I'm one size and in a few months I might be a different size. So I have to have kind of two wardrobes that I go back and forth with. And I know a lot of you are the same way, so it's too expensive to have two high-end wardrobes. So I just have things in two different sizes, and wherever I am, I can pick and choose from that wardrobe. And it all works together. I overheard one of my students say in class on a totally unrelated topic, I don't even remember what they were talking about, but they said to another student, "So you'd rather be basic and not stand out?" Which reminded me of when I did a video about Louis Vuitton, what was it, Neverfulls and Speedies. People were calling those basic. I get the idea behind that, behind calling those basic, but let's talk about the wardrobe for a second, because I already did that video. I think having this capsule wardrobe where you have, let's call them basic pieces that all work together, and they're mostly solid colors and not a lot of patterns. You don't have a bunch of t-shirts with things emblazoned on them. I think a lot of people, at least in America, don't dress like that. So personally, I see that as more of a refined style than what I see on the streets and in the malls and whatever. So to me, that basic look does stand out from the average, at least here in America. I recently filmed a closet tour. That's where this video is coming in. I had filmed my wardrobe and I mentioned capsule wardrobes. I asked you guys if you wanted a video about it, and a lot of you said you did, so that's why I'm doing this. When I did that, ever since then I've been thinking more about the capsule wardrobes, been watching more videos about it, and I've started to think more deeply about my clothes and what I want my wardrobe to look like, what it looks like now, what I need to do to change that. I was watching a lot of videos by Justine Leconte. She's a fashion designer. She has fantastic videos on capsule wardrobes. She goes into detail about a lot of things. And I took some of her advice, some of her ideas, and started thinking about my wardrobe and what I want it to be. And so I'll tell you what I did so that you can take from that and do it for yourself if you'd like to do that. So the first thing I thought about was the color scheme, the color palette. So for my bottoms, I tend to wear blue jeans. So one of the things that I have to keep in mind is all of us, we have to dress for how we live, right? Some of us are going to have to dress more professional, some more casual. Being a teacher, I'm able to dress casually at my school. I'm able to wear jeans. Part of it too is the environment that we're in and the different temperatures and the weather and stuff. So my classroom, like I've said before, is absolutely freezing cold. So I have to wear layers just to go to work, even if it's, well, I don't work in the summer, but even if it's hot outside, I have to dress like I'm going into a blizzard because that's how it feels in my classroom. So I wear jeans because they're thick and warmer than slacks. So I mostly have jeans, and anytime like I'll do an Instagram pic of my outfit of the day, it'll be blue jeans. I have those in blue mostly, but I also have a pair of white jeans, kind of a military green, and I do have one pair of black slacks that I just found in my closet and didn't even realize I had. For my tops, that's where I would get more color because the bottoms are mostly going to be blue jeans. Neutrals are black, white, gray, blue, including denim. I have a denim top. I've been really into denim. And the blue would be sometimes a light blue, but mostly darker, like a denim blue. But I'm trying to stay away from that because I wear the blue bottoms. I don't want to be all blue, so that's one thing that I want to consciously stop buying is blue tops, because I'm really drawn to those, but they don't work with blue jeans. I'm trying to put an end to that. And then my accent color, I've decided, will be a military kind of green, like this green that I'm wearing here. I keep coming back to that green being my color. I'm really into the cool colors. I'm learning this about myself. The greens, blues, not so much purples, but greens and blues. Some other colors I'm drawn to, so I can have small accents, but I don't want to have I don't want to make a habit out of buying a top out of this, but maybe accessories. Mustard yellow I'm drawn to, burgundy I'm drawn to, although burgundy, like a top, doesn't look great on me because I tend to have a red tone to my skin, and that it just accents the redness there. So try to stay away from red colors. I am also drawn to light pinks, but I avoid them. I've avoided those for a few years because they just totally wash me out. I think I look best with my light skin tone with dark colors. I like that contrast. When you're thinking about your color scheme, think about what looks best on you, what you're drawn to, and think about why you're drawn to those colors and whether they really work on you, whether you want them to be a wardrobe color or maybe relegate them to an accent color, like an accessories color. And then think about the fit. So you don't want to just go out and, like me, buy any green top that you see. You want to think about the particular shade of color, and you also want to buy things very intentionally that fit you well and look good on you. For me, I prefer 3/4 length sleeves. I don't like cap sleeves because I'm not a big fan of my upper arms. Never have liked those. I don't like a sleeve that hits me at the elbow because it truncates my arm. I like that 3/4 sleeve. I'm not a fan of the full length sleeve most of the time on me either. It looks good with a jacket, but not so much with a t-shirt. It's a little much. I really prefer the 3/4 sleeve the best. The length of your shirt, think about that for your body type. So I like one that hits somewhere like mid-hip. I'm 5'3", so if I get something that hits more at my waist, it cuts me in half and makes me look even shorter. One of the big things that I'm conscious of now with doing a capsule wardrobe, I guess I'm doing that, or at least borrowing ideas from it, is buying tops that are solid colors and not patterns. I tend to be drawn toward polka dots. I almost bought a denim top the other day with white polka dots. Super cute, but I had to think, does that go with my handbags? Nope, not so much. And floral patterns, some of those do go with my handbags, but they're harder to match with other pieces. So, I mean, if you find something that's in your color scheme, everything, I mean, I'm not telling you not to buy patterns, but don't buy all patterns. Like, have a couple of patterns in your wardrobe. Right now I have none other than this pinstripe jacket that I just got. For me, my patterns would come in my accessories, the scarves that I tie to bags. That's where the pattern would come in. That's something too that I was thinking about when I was thinking, you know, I need solids instead of patterns, is I have all these scarves and I want to wear them, but if I have a patterned top, I can't wear a scarf with it that has a different pattern because then those clash. It's something to think about. A couple things I've decided not to buy that I am drawn to. Stripes, like the pinstripe is different, but I love shirts that have horizontal stripes. Not the best idea for me, not because of my weight so much, but they just don't go with the bags so much. And I don't know, I've had several of those shirts and I just need to stay away from them. Metal accents on shirts, or Vincent, whoa! Vincent, where are you going? I have to go get her. You okay? You flew away. There you go. That's a good bird. You okay? You all right? Another thing to stay away from is metal accents, like this shirt has them, and I didn't realize that when I bought it because I bought this shirt online. It has these little buttons, and because of that, I wouldn't be able to wear some of the bigger statement necklaces that I have that I really like. or certain earrings or silver jewelry because those are gold buttons. So having the metal hardware, especially up top, limits the accessories you can wear. So stick with basic pieces that you can add to. That makes them more versatile. I also love turquoise, and I have had some turquoise tops before, but I have decided that's not the best color for me, especially with blue jeans. So I want to stick with turquoise just in my accessories, especially jewelry. I have several turquoise jewelry pieces, and those are really what I want to highlight, not just the color. Like, I don't need to be turquoise, just the jewelry. I have started to discover that I really like just a plain basic top like this. This is a 3/4 length t-shirt with a blazer on it like this. I think that that gives me shape. If I just have the t-shirt on, it looks kind of plain, but when I put the blazer over it, it makes it look more professional. But then if I have a blazer like this one where it tapers in at the waist and then flares out, that gives me more that hourglass shape that is flattering on just about all of us. So that's something that I'm a little excited about, is these little blazers. I'm gonna start looking for a few more of those. If you are in a climate where you need coats, mostly I don't, but if you do, think about your coats and just having a couple that fit different needs and that fit, again, in your color scheme. Neutrals generally. I have 2 red coats. Even though red is not my color, I really was drawn to these. I have a red pea coat, a nice wool one, and I have this corduroy, it's like a narrow corduroy with a black filigree pattern, and then it has this big faux fur, like beige kind of, tan collar, blonde collar. I love that thing so much. I bought it many, many, many years ago at JCPenney, and it's still one of my favorite things. So, I mean, if you have pieces like that that you just love, but they don't really fit in the capsule that you're designing, don't worry about it. You don't have to throw it out. You can keep the things that you really, really love. With my handbags, I have been in this place where I want to not move away from Louis Vuitton. I want to keep the collection that I have. I have no interest in selling any of my bags, except maybe that Trevi. But I want to start adding other brands and some color, because a lot of my wardrobe, or a lot of my handbags, are neutrals, and I would like to have a few colors. So if I have a neutral outfit, I can have the pop of color. I'm so tired of hearing that phrase, but the pop of color in a handbag. So I recently purchased, well, I have the green Teddy Blake bag that they sent me, and I recently purchased another bag in a different color green, and I don't know, it's more of like a military green. I don't know if that video is up yet, so I don't want to tell you what it is. But I don't want to go crazy. Like, I had this hot pink Birkin style bag. It was an Anafil bag, ostrich, and I just shipped that off to a friend of mine because it does not work in my wardrobe. I wore that thing about 2 or 3 times. I loved looking at it. I thought it was so cute, but hot pink is not me. So that needed to go to someone who would love it more than I did and use it more than I did. So again, think about your color scheme. Think about what you want your colors of your wardrobe to be versus your accessories, and accessories are where you can really play around and do some more fun things. But yeah, I'm still working on that, on the accessory part, maybe adding a few more things to that. I hear my phone buzzing. Same thing with shoes. I tend to match my shoes with my handbag, so figure out what your color scheme is, what kind of shoes work for you. Get those shoes, get rid of the ones that don't work. Don't be afraid to go through your closet and get rid of things. And that doesn't mean you have to just take them and throw them out. Take them and put them in a box for a month or whatever you're comfortable with. I'm sure you've heard this tip before. You can put it somewhere, put it away where you don't see it. If you feel like you're missing it, then go get it and put it back in your closet. But if you don't miss it after a certain amount of time, take it to Goodwill. Someone else will love it. One of my favorite accessories besides handbags is jewelry, and I have some very modest little pieces on right now. This was a gift from one of you guys. Jewelry, I tend to prefer statement pieces, and that works really well with a basic capsule wardrobe. I wanted to do smaller pieces because I have these pinstripes on with this outfit. Let's say I didn't have the jacket on, I could have, and I could still do it with the pinstripes, but I could have a big statement necklace. I could have no necklace and just big statement earrings. So that's where I really play around and have a huge collection of things that I can play with. Another thing to think about, and I haven't heard anybody say this, well, hi Roxy. y'all get to see Roxy. Baron was in another video. Roxy's on my shoulder like a parrot. Hello, Roxy. Hello. She's adorable. Vincent has not learned to say her name yet. She says, hello, Rock. Or hello, Rox. Roxy, are you uncomfortable? Are you uncomfortable? She's so cute. I'm gonna put you back down, Roxy, because I have to finish. I'm almost done with this video. Okay, and then we'll go play and cuddle. So another thing that I would recommend doing if you're thinking about a capsule wardrobe and kind of trying to design that for yourself, and I haven't heard anybody else mention this, so maybe this is something I came up with. Think about the words that you would want to describe your ideal wardrobe. And for me, that is classic and classy. It's minimal, except for jewelry where I'd go crazy, and maybe handbags. Effortless, and for me that means a few things. Comfortable, it has to be comfortable. I will not put up with anything that is not I will not put up with things that are uncomfortable. It also does not require dry cleaning. I can throw it in my machine. I don't have to pay extra money to be able to clean and wear my clothes again. And it should not require ironing. My ideal wardrobe, and this is not what it is right now with a bunch of like t-shirts like this. And by t-shirt, I mean, like I said, this is a fitted 3/4 shirt. It's not a traditional t-shirt, but I still call it a t-shirt because it's like a jersey. Y'all know what I mean, right? Some words that don't describe my wardrobe right now, but I would like to describe my wardrobe: structured and well fitted. So a lot of my clothes do not fit me well right now for various reasons, but something like the blazer gives me that structure, and it gives me a better looking fit in my opinion. So I'd like more things like that. One of the places that I got inspiration for my wardrobe a few years ago and got a few ideas from, Vincent, you all right? Was, you know that show The Good Wife? So not the main character, but her boss at one point, lady with kind of a coif. I'll put a picture up here of her. Whoever styled her wardrobe and jewelry and all that for that show, I love that look. Even though it's dresses and suits and a lot more professional than what I would be wearing day to day. There's a structure, a cleanliness to the lines, colors. She doesn't wear a lot of patterns and things. One of the big things I picked up was that, let's say she had a suit that came together like this. They'd put a big statement necklace, but instead of it being on top, or maybe a dress that has a collar like that comes together, instead of putting that necklace on top of the dress, they put it underneath where a lot of it is hidden. It was the first time I'd seen something like that, I guess, or the first time I'd noticed it. And I picked up that idea and have incorporated that into my wardrobe ever since then. Pay attention to things like that out in the world and get ideas and inspiration for yourself. My capsule wardrobe, I guess I'm kind of doing one, is not complete yet. I am still thinking about all this. This is the most complete it's been as far as thinking about it and planning for it and doing it intentionally. But I am definitely still shopping for pieces and thinking about all this. When you're shopping, write your ideas down and take them with you on a little piece of paper in your bag. It really helps shopping, especially if you are like a compulsive clothes buyer person, which I'm not. It can really help you to narrow things down and help you not buy things if that's what you're trying to do. You limit yourself, but you limit yourself in a good way. You'll have less in your closet. You'll have more things that work together. You'll save money unless you're buying really expensive pieces. But even then, people say you'll save money in the long run because those pieces last longer. I don't know if I buy that. So what do you guys think about all this? Is it interesting? Do you have a capsule wardrobe? Have you ever tried this? Have you ever heard of this before? Is it brand new for you? Did you learn any new information here? Get new ideas? Have you tried it and it's worked for you? Have you tried it and it's not worked for you? What has your experience been with a capsule wardrobe? Let us all know down in the comments section. I'm very interested, clearly, in this topic. I would love to hear your experiences.